What are you doing right now? It's your reality. Make it up. It's like
welcome to the Jackie Jett Show. The Jackie Jett Show is a show that boldly goes nowhere. I'm Jackie Jett. I'm your homo host du jour, your cable TV man whore. I want to tell you why tonight is such a special night. I have beaten my own consecutive record for the number of consecutive days that I have been alive. And so have you, Mr. and Miss Viewer. If you're watching this show, you beat your own record. And because of those special records being broken, we have a so exciting show for you tonight. In addition to myself, we have Sir Paul Watts with us from the band Liza Crisis. We also have Sister Billy Freakazoid with us. In addition to that, we have a ventriloquist, the best ventriloquist around. And when I say around, I mean around a 1 mile radius from here. And for those of you that are a little too young for Medicare, yet a little too old for Mendicare, we have a new sport for you. It's called Cro-Golf. Cro-Golf. You know, Professor Thadeus Maximus from Fun University will be here tonight. He'll be discussing diaminatrides, chickens, propulsions, and roads. First up, though, we have Al-Shabi, Usama Al-Shabi. He'll be presenting a Coco Doodalicious video from Chicago, the city of Chicago, not the musical starring Catherine Zeta who gives a rat's ass Jones. This video explores the exotic world of go-go dancers. So, hey, get ready to bust a Moby with Dance, Habibi, Dance, Habibi.
Yalla, dance. 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 Dance, baby, dance. Dance. Dance, baby.
Osama bin Laden? No.
Usama been dancing. Usama been dancing. Usama been dancing. Usama been dancing.
You know, recently I participated in the annual right-wing Croatian Christian Coalition semi-celebrity, semi-charity golf tournament in Oklahoma. There I discovered the latest sport happening with all aging right-wingers, a combination of croquet and golf called Cro-Golf. Won't you take a look-see now?
Amazing!
Look at that one go!
Look at his shirt.
You gotta be kidding me! I've never seen anything like it.
Is it croquet or is it golf?
Just the crack of the mallet. That's all I can say.
Does Cro-Golf look fun? I ask you, does Cro-Golf look fun? Fun, fun, fun! You know, Cro-Golf is a lot like sex. You don't have to be good at it to enjoy it.
That is so tired.
You think Cro-Golf is tired?
No, that joke.
Oh. Well, there will be no surcharge or extra fees at all for our next guest. Special treat. Tracy Shook, not the Tracy Shook from the band Led Zeppelin, but the other Tracy Shook, the ventriloquist. Tracy is a master at throwing his voice, yet a novice at catching it. Stay tuned and watch Mr. Tracy Shook.
Parsley, sage, Rosemary's Baby. Time for a one-on-one interview on the Jett Show. Tracy Shook is a phenomenal entertainer. He is an extraordinary ventriloquist.
Yes, if I can help. Yes, if I can help. Yes, if I can help.
He has red hair. He's a cross between Danny Bonaducci from the Partridge Family with a bit of Ethan Hawke thrown in. When he puts his hand up the back of his friend's cavity, the magic truly begins. When he was on our show before, he brought his friend Alice the Alien and literally had us rolling on the floor with his crazy antics. Today he's back with Freddie Spaghetti, who I understand can be a bit of a wisecracker. So welcome, Tracy, to you. And I've spoke with you before, so I want to speak with Mr. Freddie Spaghetti for a while. How are you? How old are you anyway?
14.
14. You're a cute boy, and you've got a cute color hair.
You're not my type.
I'm not? Why is that?
You're not made out of wood.
Oh, you like the woody type.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to tell you what I do when you're not around.
Oh, no, that sounds like trouble. What, you can tell me, Freddie, what do you do when old Tracy's not around?
Oh, I get out of that suitcase. Oh, you do? Yeah, where you go? I won't tell.
Well, why not? It's just me and you.
The dummy's still behind us.
Oh.
Oh.
Where do you go to school?
When I'm not kicked out.
And why have you been kicked out of school?
Well, the girl next to me is more interested in what the teacher has to teach me.
I gotcha.
Oh.
Freddie Spaghetti, I want to ask you a personal question.
What's that?
Who bathes you?
Oh, every now and then he takes a wash rag and washes my face off.
But, what about down there? Who bathes you?
Ooh, it just doesn't get done.
Ugh, it's going to get smelly.
Oh, I'll go in the
Just
hamburger
tell
business.
Tracy, it won't. He needs to just A little soap and water won't hurt anything, really. Have you ever thought, you know, I saw this movie, I can't get it out of my mind. Have you ever thought, Freddie, of crawling out of a box and killing people?
No.
And Freddie, do you consider yourself a Republican or a Democrat?
I'm a dependent. Dependent. You ever elect me? If you elect me to a public office, you can depend on me to have a party.
So you get out of here with yourself. You've got my vote, Freddie Spaghetti. I do have my own dummy today here, and I want to do something. Well, first, before I bring my dummy out, I want to ask you this, because I've always been curious, because you're such the master of ventriloquism, where you can never see the mouth move, and you just, you know, it's like mind-boggling how this works. So I want to know, where do you put your tongue when performing ventriloquist?
He just keeps it tied down.
You just keep it tied down. Okay, that's what I need to remember. Can you bring out little Mikey Jackson for us, please? Oh! Oops. Oops. Little Mikey dropped his baby. My name is Mikey Jackson.
I'm Freddie Spaghetti.
Hey, Freddie Spaghetti. How are you?
Okay.
Oh, how old are you, Freddie Spaghetti?
I'm 14.
Ooh, 14. Hey, Freddie, have you ever been to Neverland Ranch?
Well, working with him's like that.
Yeah. You're invited to come to Neverland Ranch anytime you want, and you can ride on the Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round, and you can play video games in my bedroom. Whoa!
KB, what's the dummy I'm working with?
I sang Billie Jean. I think you're really cute.
I tell you what,
I mean that in a heterosexual, non-sexual way.
You're funny, but looks aren't everything.
I haven't had any plastic surgery done. Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was called EVOC. Was what that was called. That is avant-garde ventriloquism, experimental style. You'll never see anything like that if you're watching 60 Minutes. Tracy, I want to thank you so much for coming and visiting with us again. Listeners, if we can, let's try to review what we have learned today. We have learned that Freddie Spaghetti is a wisecracker. He's 14 years old. He has no interest in Michael Jackson. And we have learned that when you're performing ventriloquist, you need to put your tongue where?
Yeah, so I can help.
So that's what we've learned today, is the importance of ventriloquist. And I want to say to you viewers, don't change the channel, because the United States government is not through monitoring your television viewing. So please keep it on this same channel. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hardly saw his mouth move. I'm talking about Freddie Spaghetti. I did catch Tracy move his mouth a couple of times. How about you? I thought the entire interview was mysterious and magical, mystical, with a dollop of Star Search and a dash of Ed Sullivan, only with wood. Professor Thadeus Maximus.
Thadius Maximus.
Thaddeus Maximus.
Thadius Maximus.
Thaddeus Maximus.
Thadius Maximus. Thadius Maximus. Thadius Maximus.
From Fun University, or FU, is up next. This man is smart. This man is talented. This man is handsome. And this man is hung like a Clydesdale. A chicken crosses the road, or does it? Science Today by Thaddeus Maximus.
Hello. Today Today what we're going to be talking about is what many consider a joke. And, but in scientific terms, there's more to the joke than meets the two eyes, as they say. The joke being, why did the chicken cross the road? And many people look at that as simply a joke, but it is much more than that. Once you break it down into the various groups, you'll find that the nuclei beta 2 and pi 2 square will bring into a symmetry a total inertia of the road, of a total triple alpha process of the chicken. So you're asking yourself, what is the refurbishment of the UPR paradox? But you don't really know what the paradox is until you get into the radiation effects, to the various decays, to the Zeeman effects, to the delirium effects, to gamma rays. Gamma ray collisions to neutrons. So what I'm asking you to do is to take some of these neutrons and back up just a little bit. And for 14 seconds, after the temporary drop of a hydrogen nuclei, then I think what you'll be finding is there'll be more of the symmetry in the flavor of inertia. Now, I'm not just talking about the nucleosynthesis of a nitrogen oxide. I'm talking more about the overall refraction. The overall refraction that goes within a uniform electric force. And let me just put it to you another way. It basically boils down to a really simple fact. When the proton and neutron collides, it produces deuterium. This sets up the way for the synthesis right through here for the chicken, which is the synthesis, to produce a nuclei in this stage of the universe right through here. When it reduces to this stage of the universe, the energy density was too low to allow heavier nuclei to stick. So what does that do? It starts with the relative abundance right here, which consisted roughly of 25% helium, and here 75% hydrogen, pathway 1, pathway 2. Let's use this example. When the calculus schematic series is combined with planetary atomic force regarding the chicken crossing the road, I think one of the best examples that I give my students is a non-inertial example such as this. If you take two oranges, two typical oranges, the pi natural meters margin right here, this is your chicken, okay? Now, this is if you take a regular apple. This would be the example of a golden ration interval that's evident in repulsive gravity. So here is the other side of the road, a chemical paramagnetic route, a single dimension lane, okay? Now, we come over here to the structure nuclei. This is a nuclei alpha. The velocity is to get here. The velocity is to cross the vector rotational road. So, here is your chicken. Here is your road. Here is the other side of the road. 5 natural meters. Come back to this again. Okay. 5 natural meters. So, did the chicken cross the road, or did the road come under the chicken? Dispersive ways of electrons, 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 dispersive ways of electrons. That's the news today. What happens when the motion petroleum expulsion occurs in pi square 1? And this is really a fun way of explaining it, because a lot of people don't grasp, but this always makes it clear to them. You take a simple can of aerosol spray and where did the spray go? Did the spray go from point AY to point B2? Rotational invariance, neutron absorptions, process protons, nuclide axis, radio subsection, junction rule analogy, biological effects, magnitude and weightlessness, Newtonian physics, alchemy versus chemistry, the Doppler effect, vibrations, nuclear resistance, analog refractions, antidote dispersive waves, Schroeder equation. Mr. Chicken Don't cross the road, cross the road, cross the road. Oh, Mr. Chicken Don't cross the road, don't cross the road today. Oh, Mr. Chicken Don't cross the road, cross the road, cross the road. Oh, Mr. Chicken Don't cross the road, don't cross the road today. Oh, Mr. Chicken Don't cross the road, cross the road, cross the road. Oh, Mr. Chicken Don't cross the road, don't cross the road. Mr. Chicken Don't cross the road, cross the road, cross the road. I said, hey, Mr. Chicken Don't cross the road, 'cause the road will cross you someday. That's right, the road will cross you someday. So don't worry about crossing the road. Science for today.
Chickens crossing roads, roads crossing chickens, chicken queens, chicken tenders. It can all be so confusing and so very, very sad. And when I get sad, you know what I do? I go to the dictionary. And in the dictionary, I look between shit and syphilis. And there I find sympathy. What have we learned tonight? What have we learned tonight? We've learned that Usama taught us to dance Habibi dance. Cro-Golf should be the next Olympic sport for right-wingers. Tracy Shook and Freddie Spaghetti, they taught us that if life deals you lemons, make lemonade. If life deals you llamas, make limeade. But if it deals you tomatoes, then simply make a large batch of Bloody Marys. Professor Thadeus Maximus, he taught us and explained to us why the chicken hawk crossed the road in such a hurry. I'm Jett. It's time to say goodnight and return to hell from whence I came. Don't forget to make an ass out of yourself at some point this week and try to sell insurance to a telemarketer. Or visit our website at www.jett.com or www.funkyshopingshow.com. Remember, a fungus is with you forever. We, on the other hand, are only with you for half an hour. So you decide. And please, don't hate me, because at one point I used to be somewhat attractive.
When I grew up, the internet was a vision I had. But I didn't know how to get this idea to the people. Now, thanks to technology, the internet is here.